Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request for Vonte. Thank you so much. He sent in a couple. This is should be the third of the four. Which I'll get to the fourth one as soon as I can. Thank you, Vonte. And everyone else who's been very kind and generous. And thank you for your patience. I really do appreciate it. This time he wanted me to react to an True Hollywood story of Corey Feldman. Now, for those who don't know, I've had the biggest bone to pick with Corey Feldman because I think he is a weirdo who kept shitting on Corey Haim even after he died and using his name for clout, which even Corey Haim by the end wasn't a fan of Feldman. I don't blame him. And Corey Haim was a guy that I really liked Corey Haim. I was always a big fan of him more than Feldman. I liked in The Burbs. He was good in Stand By Me and Gremlins, sure. But Corey Haim, I loved The First Watchers, Silver Bullet. I just thought he was the better actor, and shame he went through horrible stuff. But then Corey Feldman was friends with Dominic Brazier, the guy at Friday the 13th Part 5 with the chocolate bar at the beginning, who got axed to death. Dominic was the one who did stuff to Corey Haim. And Feldman knew that, and Feldman stayed friends with Dominic Brazier for years and years and years onward, and Corey Haim even had to call him out on it. Multiple times. On set of movies, and on that TV show where they had this argument. The guy he was talking about, a guy that you knew and did stuff to me, that was Dominic Brazier. But when they do that documentary tell-all that Corey Feldman, he doesn't want to bring that shit up. At least the bit that you were friends with him years and years afterward. Why don't you bring that up? Why were you still friends with him afterward, even after you knew? I don't trust Corey Feldman. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-meter cattle prod. Why we need that? To get him the fuck away from me. But it's on YouTube, actually, which I'm surprised, because some of these True Hollywoods, they don't last long on YouTube, but this has been on for 6 months. Now, YouTube doesn't like it at times when you put links to stuff, because apparently now they'll find links. So just type in True Hollywood Story Corey Feldman. It's on Luis P2, okay, Luis Luis P 2DG's 2 Live Show. So Luis P 2DG's 2 Live Show. But yeah, just type True Hollywood Story Corey Feldman. It's 43 minutes 15 seconds. You won't follow along with me. You have another tab, another window open, and follow along. I remember True Hollywood Story back in the day. I don't think I ever saw this one. So we'll see how that goes. Actually, before I start, so this person taped it off DirecTV. I'm going to read this first, because it's going to go too fast, I'm sure. DirecTV, God, remember DirecTV? Holy shit, that takes me back. That's weird to say, like, DirecTV is like a dinosaur now. Wow. Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman's career includes The Goonies, Stand By Me, and The Lost Boys. Says, I guess this guy recorded this. Actually, this is 2024. Is DirecTV still around? I don't know why. I thought DirecTV was gone. It is still around. I'm an idiot. I don't know why. I never hear anyone talk about DirecTV. It's still around, Matt. Oh, yeah, I figured that out now. Thank you. I'm stupid. What can I say? I'm looking at Corey Feldman. Of course I'm stupid. Because he makes me stupid. He kills my brain cells. Fucking radiation. I see Corey Feldman, I just flip out. My brain just flips out. My brain cells abandon ship. Because Corey Feldman going towards him is like going towards the fucking Titanic. Or I'm the Titanic, I'm going fucking iceberg. He is the iceberg. hit the fucking iceberg. Just like got probably hit in the fucking head. Let's just get started. I don't have DirecTV. I don't have cable anymore because I watch YouTube more than cable. So I'm like, fuck it. I don't need cable anymore. So that's why. But before it was something else I had. So I'm so out of the, yeah. I like. Does anyone watch cable anymore? I thought they just watch a bunch of streaming shit. so okay. Let's get into this. Pause the beginning. 3, 2, 1. Pressing play. Oh, okay, it stays on here. I guess I could have read it. Okay, each Hollywood story. The Burbs. I love The Burbs. Very funny. My favorite Tom Hanks film. I know Tom. Richard Donner. Rest in peace to Richard Donner. Possession of sale of a controlled substance, heroin, March 1990. Was that the same month the Ninja Turtles came out? 1990? Okay, I'm 1 minute 7 seconds. I'm paused. I'm paused at 1 minute 7 seconds. I'm sorry, I have to look this up real quick. They said March 1990. Isn't that when the first Ninja Turtles film came out? I know it was 1990, but wasn't it March? Yep, March 30th, 1990. Holy shit. Well, boys and girls, this is why he was not in the second film. Which I'm glad, because he was a shitty Donatello. I hated his portrayal of Donatello. Because he just voiced him as if Mighty 2.0. The guy, Adam Carl, and Secret of the Ooze was a much, much better Donatello. So sorry. I just had to make sure. Yeah, so the same month Ninja Turtles comes out. Don't do drugs, kids. He's selling heroin. Sorry, I'm paused at 1 minute 7 seconds in. Unpaused now. I'll try not to do that again. His father and I did drugs. Yeah, you probably had shitty parents, so you had a shitty upbringing, so you became a shitty person. So he's 15 years old. Oh my god. Dominic Brazia's in this? Oh, fuck. So apparently at this time, people didn't know. I didn't know Dominic Brazia was in this. He was a guy, like, because he had this radio show thing. So it says, so he says at 15 he was broke and on drugs. To the unemployment line. Go to church. Go find Jesus. I don't know. You know what I find funny, though? So far, I have not seen Corey Haim in this. I have not seen Corey Haim in this. I have a feeling we're not going to see Corey Haim. Unless it's like a interview from before. And this is way before Corey Haim passed away. Just Dominic Brazia, I think, had passed away before Corey Haim did, I think. Each Hollywood Story was an interesting program because they tried to get like a lot of people that most programs would not get. And Corey Feldman just became a fucking weirdo. Like, he wants to dress like Michael Jackson, but then he said Michael Jackson did all these horrible things when said he didn't for the longest time. But then you go on stage, pretend to be like Michael Jackson again. I'm like, well, which is it? You say he's a horrible person. You said he's a great person. He's cool. Then, when I did some clout, he did all these horrible things. But I'm going to dress and move like him in my shitty songs and my shitty dancing. His mom looks like a crackhead. She did drugs with the dad, so she is a crackhead. Sister looks like a crackhead too. Well, family crackheads make a crackhead. Which he does act like someone whose head's been trapped like a goddamn egg. Oh, you be mean? I don't give a fuck. Fuck Corey Feldman. Don't like that motherfucker. Do not like him. Do not trust him. And like the older he got, the terrible actor he became. He was a better kid actor. But goddamn, he ain't worth a pot to piss in nowadays. Dorothy Day Otis, talent agency. I know I said earlier he did commercials. He was in like a McDonald's commercial and stuff. Yeah, he's special, alright. Here's the McDonald's commercial. I like McDonald's. Don't taint McDonald's. Well, he was a better kid actor, so. Was this really a classic commercial? I've never seen this fucking commercial before. Well, it's before my time, to be fair, so I wouldn't have been able to see it. What a ripoff. 50-cent gift certificate? 50 cents. What the fuck do you want to do with 50 cents? Hey, let's rip you off for the holidays. Get 50 cents off. What the fuck? Not even $1. Have a $5. Well, that payroll. Yeah, you get one at a time. Or like you have like gift card. You pay $20, get a gift card, you give it to someone, spend that $20 whenever you want. Well, of course the parents are going to say we never did anything because what would admitting help them? Admitting it wouldn't help them at all. That's why each trial like they got a guy who knew Corey when he was a kid. Each trial would like actually try to get as many people as they could. Like Poltergeist. If you do a Poltergeist, that's the best you'll get of a documentary. Because you got Creed Nelson, you got all these other people to talk about the film. Which good luck doing that nowadays. Just back then, it's like there's really no internet or anything, so I guess people are like more willing to talk for how like get stuff off their chest. Oh man, I was hoping for the commercials. I like watching old commercials. I know this sounds dumb, but I do like watching old commercials just as a window back through time. I mean, I'm sure he went through bad stuff when he was a kid. But then I think that eventually corrupted him into doing bad things. It's like a lot of movies. Like, you feel bad that bad stuff happened to them, but then they became corrupted onto himself. Corey Haim, on the other hand, seemed like he had a loving mother. And then sadly on a set, more likely from Dominic Brazier, which Corey Haim and his mom said yes. I think his mom didn't say anything because her son didn't want it out there. Because, you know, man, you're masculine, machismo. You don't want to admit that some other guy did stuff to you, and does that make you less of a man in this Hollywood of masculinity? And especially that time we got Stallone, Arnold, you know, pumping iron, wrestling, Hulk Hogan, like, can't look weak. That was like mentality for a lot of people, so. Jason Presson. So his parents kept taking all his money, and then his parents split up. I mean, yeah, you did Gremlins, but you're in like three scenes. Like, let's be fair. It's not like he starred in Gremlins. He's in three scenes. In one scene, he was a tree. One scene, he spilled some water or whatever. Another scene, using the slingshot. And then you never see him again. That's funny. You never see Corey Feldman again. I didn't say, oh, well, he didn't really star in Gremlins. He starred in it like Judge Reinhold starred in Gremlins. You're the parent. You're the mom. You should know how to spend the fucking money. You're a grown ass person. You're a grown ass man. Or woman, I'm sorry. You're a grown ass person. You don't know how to do that? You shitting me? Why does the name sound familiar? Jason Presson. Is that who I think it is? It is. Okay. Explorers. Yeah, Explorers. He was the third kid. Thunder Road. He named it Thunder Road. I hate to say it, it's hard for me to buy this story. He says that he put the gun to his head and did this. Because was it another time he said he did that and then a phone call came in and it was Corey Haim? Was that another story he told where or was it, did he do this multiple times? He put a gun to his head. Maybe it's like Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. But I swear there's another story he put a gun, or he had to hear something and then fucking Corey Haim. But no, at this point it looks like he wouldn't have not met Corey Haim yet. I don't know. I remember one point he said, I put a gun to my head and then I got a phone call and it was Corey Haim or something. I swear that was a story he had. Doesn't mention in this. Unless it was mentioned cut out for some reason, which I don't know why that would be cut out. Because obviously they don't talk about the Coreys. They would have to. Like, if they don't mention Corey Haim, that will be so fascinating. That they don't mention Corey Haim. That'd be so... Something about that would be so telling. I don't know what it is. Like, So now I was talking about the Goonies. Rest in peace to Richard Donner. I know Richard Donner always... That's the thing, like, Corey Haim never got an opportunity to work with Spielberg. He never got an opportunity to work with Joe Dante and with Richard Donner. Wish Corey Haim got those opportunities. This is showing clip from the Goonies when they first see the pirate ship. I think also there's a bit where there was the deleted scene where there's supposed to be an octopus. That's why at the end they mention it, but it's like, why are they talking about an octopus? It was part of a deleted scene. But they cut it out because the effect didn't really work. And it wasn't really needed either. The Goonies is a good movie though, very solid movie. I do like The Goonies. Great film. Great cast. Full of adventure. That's where he tells about being a big fan of Michael Jackson, wanted to dress like him, wanted to dance, wanted to breathe like him. Well, they both were kids that had not the great childhood and parents that were, or fathers that were, I don't know, cared more about what money you get than other stuff. I mean, think about that. In the 80s, he worked with Joe Dante, Rob Reiner, Richard Donner. then shit it all away into the 90s, became a goof. So he was high during the make of Stand By Me. That's a still picture with him and Corey Haim. That's like the first time Haim was mentioned. See, that's the thing. If this was about Corey Haim, you know they'd be mentioning Corey Feldman. But it's almost as if someone's like, don't mention Corey Haim. I'm like, what? Yeah, I mean, a drug addict, it's so almost impossible to help them because they need to get help themselves. They need to want to get better. Because they so far have not gone to License to Drive or Dream a Little Dream or even a whole lot on the Lost Boys. They talked a bit of Stand By Me, The Goonies. You just sign the checks and you know where they went. What kind of parent is that? I just signed the checks. I don't know where they're going to. I don't know where the money's going to. Yeah, you weren't addicted to drugs, lady, okay? See, that's the thing with these, like, because Feldman, I think, has been full of it. What do I believe and what do I not believe? I just basically, I guess. Oh my god. Cannot believe Dominic Braja is here. Dad threw him out of the house. God, there's so many things I want to do with Dominic Braja. Well, he's dead. Well, still, what he did to Corey Haim, you piece of fucking fat fuck, piece of fucking fat fuck, piece of fucking shit. Fuck that fat fuck. Porty pig looking motherfucker. Fuck Dominic Braja. So he earned $1 million, and by the time he was 15, he had $40,000 because his parents spent all the shit. I don't think he did much with his buddy afterward either, but... So he lived with his sister, and he went from weed to cocaine. So he talks about spending time with Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison should have been yelling, screaming in his face. It's, I mean, interesting to see Jason Preston because because I thought he did a good job in Explorers, and it's like, wow, I don't know if he's ever even been interviewed for the movie Explorers, but he's willing to talk about this. Fuck you, Dama Braja. You know what you should stop? Being a pedo. So shut up, dude. Hey, Diamond, maybe you should stop touching kids like Corey Haim, you sicko. I guess E! True Hollywood was able to get into that info by this point, huh? That was one of the things, like, maybe Corey Haim realized Dama Braja was part of this, like, don't have anything with me in it or I'm going to sue you. If that's the case, I don't blame him. Well, that's his fault for being a goddamn police car. He's an idiot. It's his fucking fault. I would not say he was in demand as an actor. He was in demand as part of a team with the other Corey. And once in a while he got someone like The Burbs, yes, and because Joe Dante worked with him on Gremlins. But he seemed like a bit of a pain in the ass on The Burbs as well. But yeah, I wouldn't say he was in demand. Yeah, they briefly went by. This is the drive to get to The Burbs. Tim Stinson. I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, I bet subtle flower. Yeah. Just like you, buddy. Just like you fucking turd in the wind. Wouldn't be surprised if he's still addicted today. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 2 months, you meet someone, 2 months later you get married. It makes a lot of sense. Pretty much talking a bit about his heroin abuse and all that jazz. Thankfully, I've never had to deal with that. I've never. I mean, I'm addicted to this mellow yellow. I'll say that, but there you go. That's what I'm addicted to. Yep, down the toilet where you belong, motherfucker. Right where you deserve, you motherfucker. He's right. It is a sick young man. I agree with you on that, buddy. Probably for different reasons, but I agree with you. It is ironic. I mean, it is funny how if a regular person gets arrested, they would get the book thrown at them and get the harshest of penalties. But if you're a celebrity, you could coast along for a while. And, as long as you pay the money, they'll give you a little bit more obedience. September 1990, arrested a second time. Once again, reason why he's not in Secret of the Ooze. Which they should have kept him out of the third fucking movie, too. So first he lost everything because of his parents, now he lost everything because of drug addiction. And there's definitely no comeback after. I mean, interesting that back then he decided, I guess, other people didn't either, but didn't tell anybody about, supposedly he was assaulted. Corey Feldman, what a loser. I'm not going to be nice to him. I have no reason to be nice to him. He's a piece of shit. Yeah, he's troubled, alright. You got that right. You're right about that. Corey Feldman. You want to pray to God. How about, God say, you know what? Maybe that dominant brazier guy, don't let him off the hook, motherfucker. He completed the program in 1991, so he went on to do Edge of Honor, Rock and Roll High School Forever, Meatballs 4, Ninja Turtles 3, National Lampoon's Last Resort, Voodoo, Bordello of Blood, Toxic Avenger 4. Yep, very low budget movies. Red Line. Do you imagine listening to this motherfucker during college? Really? Listen to this motherfucker? I'm supposed to take you seriously? Sure. Again, I'm supposed to take this fucking guy seriously? I'm surprised they mentioned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. He's fucking awful in Bordello of Blood. He's so fucking terrible. Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck is Dweebs? So Dweebs was a flop. Bordeaux Blood was a flop. You fucking got broke again, even though you're making money off of all these movies, and you went broke again? How many fucking people go broke 3 goddamn times? First it was your parents, then it was drugs, then it was you just being stupid. How many fucking times did someone go broke? At least someone that's made this much money in movies and entertainment. You've never been accused of not having talent? You sure about that, buddy? You sure? Okay. I can make a case of that. I've made 30 films since being sober. How many of them have been seen? Well, because you're not that great of a fucking actor. You were better as a kid actor. You're not that great as an adult actor. You were a good child actor. You're not a good actor. Oh god, yeah, the Surreal Life. I vaguely remember that. He seemed like such a douche on that show too. It seemed like nobody liked his ass on the Surreal Life. That says a lot. He seemed like such a douche on the Surreal Life. I vaguely remember that. Dickie Roberts. Dickie Roberts. Did he even have like more than 3 lines in that movie? Wow, 41 minutes in, they finally say the word Corey Haim. Two Corey's A&E. That's that's funny. They mentioned Corey Haim at the very end, and just you're not an impressionist. You're not Robert De Niro. You're not Jack Nicholson. Shut up. That's funny. Like the one time they mention Corey Haim is at the very end, just to say, yeah, they're doing a show called The Two Coreys. That's hilarious. That's like the first and only time they mention the name Corey Haim. Okay. All right. Funny enough, he's never interviewed. You know they're doing this show, The Two Coreys. Hey, a co-star of this new show. You would think, hey, but no. Okay. Alright. So there you go. Oh my god. This fucking guy, man. This fucking guy. This fucking guy, man. Hard to believe anything he says unless his tongue was notarized, man. Guy would probably try to sell you on a $3 bill. I Interesting the stuff they left out. What would I like to have learned? Well, a lot. Interesting that they don't mention much of the work he did with Corey Haim. Like they mentioned License to Drive for like the Lost Boys was barely even talked about. That was strange. Like the Lost Boys is one of his biggest films. They barely talk about that film. No real mention of Corey Haim except at the very end. Not him talking about Corey Haim. Nothing. Corey Haim not being editing. That whole thing says a lot. And then on top of that, oh, how did you get the first Ninja Turtles film? How did that happen? Guess I shouldn't give a shit, but, you know. Pretty much his parents were assholes that took all his money away. He was dealing with that and loneliness. Bit of making the Goonies and Stand By Me. Getting more into drugs, marijuana first, and cocaine. Lost all his money from his parents. Had to divorce them. Lost his money from drugs. Got arrested 2 times. Interesting to see some of those scenes back to the day of the arrests and stuff. Interesting seeing Jason Preston because I remember him from Explorers. You had Ethan Hawke. You had, funny enough, from Stand By Me, River Phoenix. And the third kid was Jason Preston. So, kind of surprised it's only 40-some minutes long. But I guess with commercials, it would have been an hour. So sometimes they were an hour, yeah. But yeah, well, there you go. I don't know what else to say. You pretty much know my feelings on Corey Feldman. Apparently he helped a kid with leukemia. They show a picture of it. The kid. I mean, I don't know how much is true. Like, maybe he did see the kid, but if he cared that much about him, I don't know. Because, again, this guy has been full of it so many times with so many things that it's hard for me to even know what to believe in him or not. It's seriously. It's hard to believe anything this guy says. As someone would say, Corey Feldman made a mockery of Corey Feldman. And now when you think of him, people think of him as a joke. If I mention Corey Feldman in a stream or the chat or whatever, they go, yeah, he's a joke. He's a goof. No one takes him seriously. What was that thing with the women band that he had? And what was it, the Corey Feldman? Like the bus driver? Yeah, Corey Feldman's former bus driver spills about what a turd Corey is. There you go. If I just type in Corey Feldman tears about this. Corey Feldman's creepy douchebag friends. I'm going to type Corey Feldman sucks. It's hilariously terrible. The Loserville Tour. Disaster performance. Corey Feldman's lost his mind. This is from 6 months ago. I think we could stop defending Corey Feldman. Why no one takes Corey Feldman seriously anymore. Yeah, a lot of people are just giving shit to him. Cafeteria Clown Show. Yep, there you go. I've seen one video that says defending Corey Feldman. I'm like, that's a losing uphill battle, buddy. Be my guest, though. The Feldman files declassified the supercut. 6 hours and 20 minutes? Holy shit. Nah, I can't watch that. Holy shit. Anyway, I don't know, I'm going on and on and on, but thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Fuck Corey Feldman. Fuck him. For what he did to Corey Haim, for being a bad friend to him, for defending your buddy Dominic Brazier for years and years and years. And who knows what the fuck you did, because I don't trust you at all, buddy. Fuck you, Corey Feldman. I think you're a two-faced prick who likes to play the victim a lot, and an all-out weirdo. Later.